There's something about meeting someone, looking them eye to eye, and shared experiences that really engenders trust.
Everything that you may do as an incident responder, tools for detection, mitigation that you deploy are force multiplied by having good threat intelligence. And FIRST has been that sort of base where we start those relationships that ends up with one group telling another group about what's going on.
If I have a situation that I'm investigating and I don't know somebody at a particular company, I can go down the roster of FIRST members, and that automatically gives me a way to reach out to them that I wouldn't normally have. And if there's not a member company that I'm needing to contact, I can ask the FIRST members, say, hey, does anybody have a contact at such and such a company that would save me from having to go in the front door. Anytime you can, have a vetted introduction with somebody, it allows for easier networking and sharing of information.
Just when you think you might have a clue of how everything works, you find out that there's something you've never investigated or looked at or been experienced. So that's the challenge, and sometimes the shortcut to that learning experience is talking to someone who's already tried it, because more times than not, someone in the crowd has tried some of that already.
The input and the effort and the time that people put actually into working with FIRST, and because they're not full-time employees, people put just huge amounts of personal time into how they make it a success. Now that means that people look at it and you understand that the relationships you build because of the effort that people put in, because they want to. They want to put that effort in because you can see the benefits as a community.
Developing trust, this is definitely one thing. Getting to know people, it's definitely another thing. I mean, you cannot trust somebody that you don't know or you virtually know, so the time you get to see them face to face, it makes more convenience to trust these people.
Yeah, I was able to find a lot of friends, which means I was able to know people whom I can trust.
Anytime you meet face-to-face, I think there's a level of trust and rapport that's established. And FIRST is a great organization through the not only the social events, but also the proceedings that will help individuals actually build that rapport.
This game is a little bit funny because there's this element called trust, and trust is really essential. And you don't find trust by putting a signature under a contract, actually. That only gets you into liability and suing stuff. You find trust by the kind of fun thing, like meeting together, talking together.
So having contacts across the globe that you can pick the phone up to and ring, they can then get the local law enforcement involved, speed things up, make it quicker, but also this sharing information is a lot easier, and obviously cooperation is a lot easier because you know the person and you trust the person.
You can't do this alone, and whether you're an end user, a customer, an ISP, a provider, a vendor, you name it, there's a whole supply chain of information and of products and everything that goes on in incident response and security that you can't possibly do by yourself, and getting to know the people that have the similar job at those companies, at those things, being all together at one place for a week at a conference is absolutely invaluable.